Welcome to a thrilling episode of Creeper's Lane. Smash the like button and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to never miss out on bone-chilling tales. I stepped into the church, its wooden doors creaking loudly in the silence. The air inside was so heavy as if the weight of forgotten prayers and lost souls hung in the atmosphere. I walked towards the flickering candlelight as the shadows danced on the stone walls, creating an ambience that sent shivers down my spine. I approached the altar cautiously, the cold marble beneath my fingertips adding to the unsettling sensation. As I gazed upon the religious statues and paintings, their eyes seemed to follow my every move, their expressions frozen in eternal vigilance. Suddenly, a voice whispered from the back of the church, echoing through the empty pews. "Who dares disturb this sacred place?" I turned, my heart pounding, to find a figure cloaked in darkness standing near the entrance. I didn't mean to intrude," I stammered, my voice barely heard. "I was simply curious about the church's history." The figure stepped closer, revealing a face and eyes that seemed to hold 1,000 untold stories. "Curiosity can be a dangerous thing," they warned. "This church has seen its share of darkness. Beware of the secrets it keeps." As I listened to their words, a chill swept through the air, extinguishing the candles one by one. Panic began to rise within me, and I felt an unexplainable presence closing in. Whispers filled the sanctuary, unintelligible and haunting. A flicker of movement caught my attention, a shadowy figure darting between the pews. My heart raced as I gave chase, determined to uncover the source of the mysterious activity. The figure seemed to lead me deeper into the labyrinthine corridors of the church, its whispers growing louder and more menacing. As I turned a corner, I came face to face with a mist, a young girl with pale skin and hollow eyes. She reached out, her voice a mere whisper. "Help me," she pleaded, her plea echoing in the emptiness. My backside instantly trembled as my cheeks locked with fear. At that moment, the church seemed to transform. The once majestic stained glass windows shattered, casting fragments of colored light across the desecrated pews. The girl's ghostly form faded away, leaving me alone with whatever hid between the pews. But the church wasn't empty. Shadows danced along the walls, and bone-chilling laughter echoed loudly through the halls. The evil presence grew stronger, suffocating me with its steamy grip. I could feel its sinister intent, a force that wanted to claim me, to make me a permanent resident of its haunted sanctuary. With every ounce of strength, I made a desperate dash toward the exit, praying for salvation. But as I pushed open the heavy doors, a whisper brushed against my ear, sending a shiver down my spine. "You can never truly escape. We will always be here." As I stepped out into the moonlit night, I couldn't help but glance back at the church, its silhouette etched against the dark sky. The mysteries and horrors within remained, leaving me with a sense of curiosity. A haunting invitation to explore the depths of the church's secrets, should I dare to return. Weeks had passed since my haunting encounter in the church. The memory of its chilling presence still lingered, a constant reminder of the mysteries left unanswered. I couldn't resist the pull any longer. I had to return, to confront the darkness once more and seek the truth that eluded me. As I approached the church, a sense of darkness washed over me. The once imposing structure now appeared broken, as if time had taken a toll on it. I hesitated at the entrance, a voice in my mind urging me to leave. But my curiosity pushed me forward. Inside, the atmosphere had grown more oppressive, suffocating me with an invisible weight. The whispers returned, louder and more sinister. Shadows danced along the walls, twisting and contorting in unnatural ways. "Who dares trespass in this domain?" a voice hissed, reverberating through the empty pews. The figure from before appeared. "You have returned seeking answers." Undeterred, I pressed on, determined to confront the secrets that lay dormant within the church's depths. As I ventured deeper, the air grew colder, and a putrid scent of decay hung heavily as if someone had just eaten a skunk. Light hums transformed into tortured cries. A flickering candle caught my attention, its flame struggling against the darkness. I approached cautiously, the room growing colder with each step. The room seemed to pulsate with an insidious energy. A voice, hollow and filled with pain, spoke from the darkness. "Release us from this torment. End our suffering." Before I could respond, the room erupted into chaos. The walls groaned, cracks forming like spider webs. The figures of tortured souls materialized around me, their faces twisted in agony. Desperation and fear filled the air, suffocating my senses. "What have you done?" the figure whispered, their voice laced with anger. "You have awakened a force beyond your comprehension. There is no escape from this." Terror gripped my pouch as the church seemed to come alive, its walls closing in on me. The ghouls closed in, their cries growing louder and more insistent. I stumbled backward, searching for an exit. In a final act of desperation, I screamed for mercy, pleading for release from this cursed church. But my cries were met with mocking laughter, echoing through the chamber. "There is no salvation for you here," a voice screamed, sending chills down my inner thighs. The church consumed me, its darkness licking my soul, trapping me within its grasp. I became another lost spirit. The church's doors closed behind me, sealing my fate within its unholy embrace. A reminder of the price one pays for seeking answers in the darkest corners of the unknown. It wasn't over. The pastor finally came out of hiding. In the shadows stood the pastor, a figure who had witnessed the wicked ways of this unholy place all along. His eyes were wide with terror, his body trembling with an unspeakable fear. "What have you seen?" I asked as I approached the trembling pastor. His gaze met mine, filled with a mixture of desperation and resignation. "Evil, pure evil," he muttered, his voice quivering. "I have witnessed the demons that lurk within these walls. The church, it speaks to me, commands me to bring more souls. It claims that is the only way I can escape this cursed existence." My blood turned to ice as I listened to the pastor's chilling revelation. The church itself had become a sentient force, manipulating and tormenting the souls trapped within its clutches. The thought of becoming another pawn in its twisted game sent a shudder down my spine. But how can we escape this place? How can we break free from its grasp? I asked, my voice laced with desperation. The pastor's eyes darted around, his face rolling with anguish. I don't know. I have tried to leave, to defy its commands, but it always finds a way to pull me back. It wants me to bring more innocent souls to satisfy its insatiable hunger. A gust of wind swept through the chamber, extinguishing the flickering lights and plunging us into darkness. The church seemed to hum with wicked energy, its presence pressing upon us like a suffocating weight. And then, a voice said through the air, an unholy melody. "You cannot escape me, Pastor. You belong to me, just as all those who dare enter this sanctuary. Bring me more souls, and perhaps, just perhaps, I shall grant you freedom." The pastor's face twisted with terror. His eyes pleaded with me, silently begging for salvation. But I knew not how to save him or myself from the clutches of this savage. "We must find a way," I said, my voice trembling. "We cannot let it control us, consume us. We must resist its wicked demands." As if in response, the church creaked and groaned, its ancient timbers echoing with a burst of twisted laughter. "Resist all you want, mortal," the voice echoed. "But know that I am all-powerful. I am the darkness that shall forever reside within these walls." With each passing moment, the church's grip tightened, its tendrils seeping into our very souls. Fear and despair clouded my mind, but a spark of determination flickered within me. I couldn't let the church claim me, nor could I allow it to continue its reign of terror. We stood there, the pastor and I, trapped within the clutches of the church's wicked ways. Our future seemed uncertain, our escape elusive. But we vowed to fight, to find a way to break free from the twisted grip of this unholy sanctuary. Little did we know that our battle against the darkness had only just begun. The church hungered for more souls, and it would stop at nothing to ensure its insatiable appetite was satisfied. Our journey into the depths of horror and redemption had just started, and we had no choice but to face the church's wickedness head-on, praying that somewhere amidst the shadows, a glimmer of light would guide us to salvation.